Hey everyone, it's V. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about detoxing, a mental detox. What is it? How to do it? Why is it important? Let's get right into this video. So I want to start off this video asking you, are you addicted to social media? And before you say, no, what the hell, why would you even ask that? Just follow along with me, because from my own experience, I had an addiction and I actually did not realize it. And we need to be realizing these things. If you look around, every single one of us is glued to the phone, glued to social media. They're letting social media, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok rule their life. Maybe someone's having a bad day because they saw some stupid video on TikTok that made them feel like shit and is now lowering their self-esteem, and someone's video went viral on the internet and now people are making fun of them. Like, I'm talking about as high school kids here. Social media is quite toxic when we're not controlling what we're consuming. If you really sit back and think about, what are you watching daily? What are you consuming first thing in the morning? Are you one of those people that as soon as you wake up, you roll over, grab your phone to check your messages, to check who watched your stories, to check who liked your photo or your video? And this literally goes for every social media influencer as well. That is their job, to post things, to be on social media 24/7, answer comments, see how many likes they're getting, see if their content is doing good. But for everyone else who social media isn't their job, and even if it is your job, it can be quite toxic and consuming. And you post something on there and you're expecting to get 1,000 likes and maybe you only get 20 and you get some rude comments, and it's destroying your self-confidence. It's destroying your self-esteem. Every time you go onto Instagram to look at how many likes you got or who viewed your story, that is kind of an addiction. It's a serotonin boost. And this is what I didn't realize before, is that, yeah, I used to do all of these things. If I posted something, of course, I'm going to see how many people liked it, who liked it, how many comments I got, who viewed my story, if my videos are doing good. But realize that every single time we're doing this without thinking, it's literally a serotonin boost. That is what it is. Social media is like crack for our brain. We're constantly glued to our social media accounts, like scrolling. It's like we can't focus for like more than 2 minutes. I mean, it might even be less than that now. And if you really sit back and realize it, you're like, holy shit, it's actually hard for me to sit and watch a video or watch a movie or be with my friends and family without thinking about social media, like going on and scrolling. And it's mindless scrolling. It's not even like, for the most part, it's literally mindless. Like, you look around you, you see people literally doing that with their finger, just scrolling, like not even paying attention to the content. Really, it is an addiction. It's a societal addiction. It's not good. Most people will grab their phone first thing in the morning to check their social media. That's the very first thing on their mind when they wake up. Who is following me now? Who sent me messages? Who is looking at my stories? And keep in mind, social media is not real. It's a virtual reality. When you take a step back and realize, like, the big companies want us to be spending all of our time glued to our phones. That's what's keeping these companies running, right? The metaverse, is that the right word? Honestly, I don't know, because I try to pull away from social media. The only platform I really use is YouTube, because I learned that actually I did have a serious social media addiction my entire life. And now I'm trying to pull back and only use it for business and for learning. I want to educate you guys. If you don't already have that connection, that holy shit, it's an addiction. When I can't go one morning or one full day without going on Instagram to check my messages, my likes. If you can't go like a few days at all with your notifications off, or even like checking your messages, just even opening the app, that is a full-blown addiction. Okay, just because it's not a substance that you're consuming, it does not mean it's not an addiction. This is a mental addiction. And every time we go onto the app and open it and check these things for validation, even if you don't realize that, every time you check who's watching your story, who's liking your stuff and messaging you, that is a serotonin hit for your brain. It makes you feel good. It's like, that person I like is liking my stuff. People are telling me I look good. That's fucking awesome. That is outside validation. And it's also crack for your brain. So the more that you're doing this, the harder it is to take a break from these things. And it's literally consuming us as a society. Also, like, it's controlling your life. When you go on there and say you post a video or something that you're proud of and people start shitting on you, you feel like shit. You're letting a fake world tell you how to feel. After coming to that realization, I'm like, holy shit. Obviously it makes sense now, but I never had that connection. Oh, that's why I keep checking my phone like mindlessly. Like sometimes I'll grab my phone and I'll go to do something else, and your fingers just know exactly where the app is. Oh, I opened Instagram 4 times when I'm trying to do something else, like on my email. I couldn't even do a freaking full thing without thinking about opening Instagram or Facebook. And I know this is for probably 9 out of 10 people. Let's be honest here. Ask yourself, are you the person that I was just describing? You can't go a few days without checking your social media, even if it's for work. Even if it's for work, it makes it even harder, because you want to make sure that your clients are liking your content. You want to make sure that your consumers like your content, right? So automatically you think that you need to check your phone 24/7. If you're in that position, you need to set boundaries for yourself. Turn off your phone after hours. On the weekends, don't use social media. Take breaks so your brain can adjust to not having a serotonin hit every 5 fucking seconds, or every, I don't know, let's just say every half an hour you check your phone. Most of us do actually check our phones that often. It's crazy. When you sit down and think, oh, I actually don't just check my phone in the morning at night. I'm actually on my phone basically all day long. Younger kids, high school kids, because I have siblings, they're constantly, even when they're hanging out with their friends, they're on TikTok. It's TikTok that is literally like the toxic culture now. People are spreading misinformation. There's these kids doing stupid things because they think it's cool. Like, I don't know what the recent thing is, but it was a few years ago, was like that Tide Pod challenge. Like, I don't know what, kids' brains are underdeveloped, right? So they just want to do what the cool thing is. So one kid thinks it's cool to put Tide Pods in their mouth and eat it or whatever, and then everyone's doing it as a challenge on TikTok, and next thing you know, kids are just freaking dying to be cool. We need to have better examples for people. Like, we're moving into a full-on virtual freaking world, and we need to be aware of that. You don't need to be against it, but put up boundaries for yourself so you're not addicted and you can't go one freaking day outside without taking your phone, because that's fucked up. Excuse the language, but really, it's literally like a freaking robotic society. It's computerized. Like, we're always on our phones. We're always communicating through our phones, which is awesome that we have this technology, but we need to be aware. We need to know what the addiction actually looks like and put boundaries up for ourselves. Only using Instagram to communicate or post content. Talk with your friends. Stop checking who's viewing your stories. It's like taking a freaking hit of crack every time you do that, because it feels good, right? That is not good. When you need social media to get that fix, if you're feeling lonely and you feel like shit, you want to post a picture feeling all sexy, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying when you post a picture because you only want comments and likes to make you feel good, that's an addiction. That's a problem. That's not good. You should just be posting stuff to be artistic and creative, and because you already feel good about it. Not because you're gonna go on and as soon as you see like your likes going up, you feel good. That is when your brain is needing validation from other people, and that's an addiction. So we talk about the addiction piece. Maybe now you're aware that, okay, it's possible I have an addiction. What do I do? Once you realize that you're at this point, that is the biggest step. Monitor yourself. First thing in the morning, you do not need to be on social media. And if you're someone that works on social media, There are platforms where you can do all of your scripting and posting your stuff and it will automatically post for you. You do not need to be going on in the morning to post. First thing in the morning is the most important time. You should actually be writing out what you want your day to look like, doing your gratitude things in the morning, having your alone time. This is the best time for you to reprogram your mind in the morning. When you wake up, have a glass of water. Do like 3 things you're really grateful for that are not external. You're appreciating what you have now, and do some scripting or write out your day planner for work. For people that do have like a super early start job, it literally takes 5 minutes. You can get up 5 minutes earlier, lay in bed, have your water on the side, drink it, lay in bed. I am so grateful to be alive. Do not freaking touch your phone, okay? You do not need to be scrolling on your phone that early. This is your time to prep yourself to have the best fucking day today. But implement this starting tomorrow. First thing in the morning when you wake up. 3 things you're so grateful for. Your body, being able to breathe, being able to think, having the ability to walk, having running water. How fucking amazing is it that most of us that are on YouTube, we have electricity, we have phones, we do have devices to communicate, to do these things, to watch videos. There's a huge portion of this world that does not, okay? I think we forget that. We have running water, most of us do. We have drinking water, we have food, a roof over our heads. If for some reason you don't have that, don't think about it. Be grateful that you have a heart that beats by itself, hands, you have legs, you can walk, you can hear, you have eyesight. Be grateful for what you have is the most important thing. And it's important to do internal validation, like being thankful for the body that we have, and maybe family or friends or some support system that you have. And if you don't, be thankful that you have yourself, that you're alive to experience being here on earth and experience all the cool, fun things that comes along with being a damn human. There's a lot of ups and downs, but we can be grateful for every single up because there's a lot. We have so much to be grateful for. So after you do that, you can get up, have some water, make a coffee, get ready for work or whatever you're doing that day. Years ago, before I had a morning routine, I was watching other people's morning routines. I'm like, I don't have time to do that. You have time when you're waking up, walking to the bathroom, washing your face, to say what you're grateful for. Of course you do. There's always time. You can say it on the ride to work too, but do it first thing in the morning because that is the most powerful time to do it. And then you can think about what you want to accomplish. Think about only positive things in the morning. That is how you're going to reprogram your mind and improve in every single area of your life. When you're being grateful, you're being positive, and you're starting the day off right. Try to, whenever you go on social media, to use it as a benefit. This is what I do. Unfollow everyone. Doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's your neighbor, a family member, your old friends. If you are always looking at someone's content and it makes you feel bad about yourself, unfucking follow them. You're just lowering your own self-esteem. You are hurting yourself when you are following people that upset you or someone you hate their content. Why are you following them? Unfollow. Adios. Goodbye. You don't have time for anything or any content that is going to put you in a bad spot. Only follow people that make you feel good about yourself. Okay? Okay, good. I'm glad we're clear. Next point. If you want to spend your time on social media, follow people that you have interest in, business ideas, or a new niche that you, or a hobby or something. Follow people like that. Say you just got a new dog and you're learning about training your dog. Start following dog trainers. Or you want to learn about drop shipping. Start following drop shipping people or successful people, consuming what they do. Stop filling your mind with useless bullshit. It's clouding your mind, it's clouding your thoughts. Also, another thing is when you're constantly consuming, you're not in creative mode. When you're consuming other people's things, the thoughts in your head are going to be from what you're consuming. It's not your own thoughts. You're literally filling your brain with everyone else's bullshit and it's not even yours. Keep that in mind. So if you're constantly consuming like news about bad things and you're already stressed out at work, you're literally piling on more and more stress unknowingly. And even if you don't read it, your subconscious mind literally reads every single thing through your eyes, okay? Your subconscious mind is picking up every single thing that your eyes see, whether or not you are mindlessly doing it. So be aware of this. Stop consuming things that are a waste of time, because literally you're wasting your time. We don't have permanent time here on earth. Why the fuck are you scrolling through people's social media that is literally bullshit, makes you feel bad about yourself, and you're only doing it because your brain needs a serotonin hit? This is like problem after problem after problem. And if you are trying to better any area of your life, stop over consuming. Start creating. Take that time. Say you take like an hour, 2 hours on TikTok and Instagram every day, just mindlessly scrolling. You could be using that time and investing it in a hobby or a side hustle, be making extra money, or start a YouTube channel. There's so many other more important things that you could be doing. Change those habits, because the longer that you have these bad habits implemented into your life, the harder it is going to be to get rid of it and implement something new. So now that you're aware, do something to change it. Start tomorrow. And before you go to bed, you better not be scrolling social media as the last thing you do. You should be planning your day ahead. What excites you? What do you want to create out of your life? You should be thinking about those things, good things. Let's face it, we all have time to implement new and better habits. When you take time away from something else, you have more time in your life, especially when you take it from a shitty area, scrolling, and you put it towards a hobby or something. Your life is going to change in all areas, because you're relieving yourself of stress, you're relieving yourself of that fucking addiction, and you're putting all that negative shit energy over consumption into something that makes you happy and brings positivity and energy to your life. And when you're doing something that makes you happy, you have more energy for life, and life is just so much better. So with that being said, please don't just listen to this video and just think, oh yeah, well, that's shitty. I check my phone every morning, but I don't really care. Do something about it. Okay, starting tonight. You don't need to be lying in bed right before you fall asleep on TikTok scrolling. Why don't you put your phone down, read something, or watch something educational on YouTube before you go to bed, and think about all the things you're grateful for. Think about only things that make you feel good, so that when you go to sleep, you're marinating your mind in good feeling thoughts overnight. It's simple, but start implementing a new routine. Get rid of these bad habits. Maybe it's not going to be easy the next day that you try it, but at least you can push checking your phone longer into the day. Just don't do it first thing in the morning, okay? And each day, maybe add on like an extra hour that you push it, or start checking it less, or you only check it at certain times. And just be mindful of what you're using it for. Be mindful of the things you're consuming and how much other people's content you're consuming. Because remember, you are also a creator. You are here to create your own things as well. So that's all I wanted to say on mental detoxing and social media. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something from it, and let me know in the comments below how it's going with your detox. If you're taking time away from social media, maybe you've actually already deleted social media or haven't used it. I personally am on and off deleting my social media. I use Instagram sometimes, but sometimes I delete it, then I get it back. That's an on and off thing. I don't use TikTok. Facebook, I literally only use groups for like law of assumption or mindset or success or like drop shipping, Amazon, just like content to fill my brain with that is educational. So I hope that gives you some ideas of what you could do with your social media if you want to keep it. And yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And until next time, y'all, peace and love.